Hello boys and girls, how are you doing? I hope well. I just wanted to come to you with a very specific message, because within the theme of this ketogenic diet, what I've noticed is, actually I did mention this here and there in some of my previous videos, but the common theme is, how do I get into ketosis? How long should it take me? I'm not getting into ketosis. I am struggling. What do I do? Things like that. So, like I said several times in my other videos, and if you have noticed, there's a common theme. It's I take things very slow. Why? Because I've noticed I come from a different background. I was born and raised in Africa, and for us things need to happen slowly and organically. Nobody's in a rush. Like, it seems like time is slowed down. I'm not sure if that's good or bad, but I know that for your health, it must be good. Because shocking your body with a different lifestyle, a huge amount of fat, cannot be good. I don't think it's a good thing. Why? Because there are certain enzymes that the stomach produces, your saliva also produces, so that it helps you digest fats. Those enzymes need to be built slowly by intaking more and more fats slowly. Also, if you're switching from a carb burning body to a fat burning body, everything in your digestive system needs to get accustomed and used to a higher fat level and less sugars. So there are two parallel lines, you know. One is reducing sugars and one is increasing fats. And somewhere within those two efforts, the ketosis will happen one day. Once your sugars are completely down or eliminated, only the good carbs remain, and your fats are increased considerably to up to 80% without having any problem. Because I noticed when I started increasing my fats, especially when I went to 80%, I've experienced a little bit of heartburn. I had heartburn before when I was doing carbs, but because I was eating too much. When your stomach is filled, guess what happens? Your acid will rise. Simple. No matter what you eat, if your stomach is totally filled, your acid is, at the top in your esophagus, and that's gonna give you heartburn, no matter how much you try to avoid it. So it's always very hard to fill half of your stomach, because when you do carbs, you're always hungry. So back to the subject of taking things slowly. I have posted my first blog. Yippee! I didn't know I was going to be blogging, but I have a little website called Terra Universale. That's Universal Earth. Terra, T-E-R-R-A, Universale, UNIVERSALE.com. So Terra Universale, I posted my first blog on April 8th, and I discussed with all my viewers, and I gave you guys, if you want to go and check it out, you will see how slowly I went into things. The first thing I did, this might be if you're watching these videos and you're trying to get into ketosis and you didn't do things right, meaning you haven't quit sugars, quit dairy, quit this, quit grains, and done things progressively, gradually, I highly recommend that you slow your process down, unless you have a disease like a severe condition that needs to be treated imminently. And these videos that I'm doing are not medical advice, by the way, and I'm not a doctor. But I believe through my journey and my experience to understand, and I think that if you have a disease, a severe condition, and you have to get into ketosis, like if you have maybe something with your brain, for example, there are several conditions that the ketosis cures. I think epilepsy is the main one. If you have something like that, I think you should be under the care of someone that knows about the ketogenic diet, but you need to do it faster. But this YouTube channel is about those that want to do it for other, it will help people that are have epilepsy, but mainly it's targeted for people that want to switch their lifestyle, improve their brain power, and take away all the carbs and move away from the general paradigm of eating high carb diet, high protein diet. So if you go and take a look at my blog, you will see that I started my journey in 2009, and what I did is I quit dairy, because dairy has lactose. Anything ending in O's, maltose, lactose, dextrose, sucrose, all those are sugars. They're kind of like a milder type of sugar, but they are sugars. So what I did is quit those first, especially because in America the cows are not as healthy. They're not grass-fed, and they're not pasture-raised and stuff like that. So I did quit dairy first, and cheese, although I reintegrated it down the road later. I'm eating cheese right now, very seldom, very rarely, but I did remove them completely to clean up my system first. After that, I removed all grains, I think. I don't know the chronology, but I did type everything. 2009 I started, and then I removed highly refined sugars. Like I removed the sugar, the cane sugar, and I removed the high fructose corn syrup. So those were my efforts. Despite removing all these things, I still kept eating them. I'm not radical. I don't like to remove things that I've eaten since I was born. I don't think that's the right way to go about your life. You will miss them one day. So if you intermittently put them in, it's not going to affect you as eating them daily. So I emphasized in my blog something that I discovered. It was just like it hit me like a ton of brick. I realized that ease is the opposite of disease. It's not health. The opposite of disease is not health. It's ease. So if you ease yourself into things, into modification, changes, improvements, you will be fine. You don't have to rush into ketosis and be damaging your body and your system and not having the enzymes to digest all these butters and stuff. I know a couple of people that I was following on Instagram that got in trouble. They lost 100. There's a gentleman that lost, I'm going to keep his name anonymous. He lost 120 pounds. And he was eating so much butter. I was looking at his posts every day. I'm like, I liked it, and I started following him, but then at the same time, something inside of me was like, wow, that is extreme. It was just eggs, butter, and there were no vegetables, no greens, no carbs, because within the ketogenic diet, if you're just adjusting, once in 11 days, you gotta put a little bit of carbs in there. Some sort of carbs, crackers, like gluten-free crackers or something. Even if it's 10, 20 grams, 30 grams, let's say, of carbs, you'll be fine once you keto adopt it. But you can't just eliminate everything like if it didn't exist in the planet. We're human beings. We've been in this planet for a long time, and we've eaten the wrong diet since 10,000, since the pharaohs. We've been eating grains and stuff. So it's okay to eat some of those things sometimes. You don't have to cut yourself off of foods that you've been raised with, It's just going to make it very hard for you. Your microbiome, your stomach doesn't have a machine, a blender. Your stomach is just a sack, and it has juices. And then once everything gets to your intestines, there is no machines in there either. There's like little villi that absorb the nutrition, and what's the whole digestion is just, the digestion all happens with chemistry, chemical reactions. There's no like grinding or things like that. It doesn't happen like that. So think about it. There are certain elements that need to change. The acid needs to become, different so that it can digest the butter and the amounts of fat we're going to be putting in our bodies. So please, don't do things too fast. Quit sugar first. Quit grains, dairy. You can put them down back later if you really miss them. Don't be a radical. keep eating. I think the best type of carbs you can eat if you want to go into ketosis is potatoes. Potatoes are fabulous, especially if you prepare them in a special way, which I'm going to put a video up pretty soon about keto potato. I think it sounds cute. They're potatoes that you can boil, because when you boil the potatoes, the starches will stay in the water, almost half or 30% of the starches. And then if you wash them under the sink, under the faucet, and you cool them, the effect of cooling the potatoes will remove another 20% of these starches. And you can have 100 or 200 grams of potatoes once a week, and you are fine. You don't have to kill yourself. Or you can do Spanish tortilla. I don't know if you've heard of it. Spanish tortilla is those boiled potatoes. You pour water on them, and you remove all the starches, most of the starches, and then you put them with eggs. I have to do these two recipes. They're fabulous. I've done that, and you know, it might kick you out of ketosis for an hour or two once you're keto adapted, but you'll get back into ketosis, especially if you go work out. You'll be just fine. Don't be radical. Disease is the opposite of ease, not health. Health is when you're whole and complete. That happens once you ease yourself into things, new lifestyle. So this is my message for today. I hope it helps you guys. I know that I'm a proponent of the ketogenic diet. I should be preaching how to get into ketosis and how to get fast. I don't believe in fast. I don't believe in speed. I believe in health and ease and being whole and staying healthy and looking for the long-term things that are going to last. They're going to benefit you. They're not going to shock your system and not going to put you in the hospital. Like a couple of people, that guy that I was following on Instagram, he ended up at the hospital, unfortunately. And his age was, I think he was over 60. So, I mean, all your life eating carbs and all of a sudden going into ketosis and eating only butter and eggs and stuff, that's going to be very hard for your system. And the regeneration ability of your body is not the same as when you're younger. So please ease yourself into things. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to my channel and give this video a like if you like it. Take care. Bye.